Good morning, everyone. Ideally, everything is visible here. What are we doing? Let's just move this a bit because there's a few things to talk about. Today, it is, what is it? It's July 18th, Thursday. So I hope you're all doing well. The week's almost over, and we've had some decent downside in these markets. If we can get this thing to go back to being normal here on Nasdaq, maybe we can look at a few things here. Am I going the wrong way on this? I might be. Yeah, I think I was going the wrong way. I just want to have the Nasdaq futures up. We'll take a look at the S&P futures as well here. But Nasdaq mainly making big headlines over the past few days, right? We've had a pretty big sell-off on Wednesday, yesterday, pre-market, and into the throughout the day session itself. Very, very big sell-off in tech companies, and we saw that we had a beatdown in names like Nvidia, right? Generally tech all across the board. But that's not necessarily the main news that's making headlines here. Let me just see here. We've also got Brexit on the news as well. And this is some years after Brexit has completed. Now, before we talk about the equities over here, I want to talk about a few specific things, right? We have Brexit news. That's very, very old news per se. And then we also have Biden news, right? Biden recently tweeted that he's sick on Twitter. So we'll see what that kind of looks like and where we could head with the markets in today's session and going into the summer period as well as into the end of the week. Because realistically, this downside move, a lot of people are still talking about the rotation outside of tech. But what we're looking at right now with these most recent moves lower, right, we're just pulling off of all of that buying that happened on low volume throughout those holiday weeks. Now, typically the last 15, or that's a lie, I think last 12 or so years, July has been green pretty much every month since about 2008, if I'm not mistaken. And this could be the start of something different, right? I don't necessarily think that we just start selling off completely here without some kind of buying, trying to come back into the markets and fight the markets, specifically with the S&P being very close to all-time highs. Now, let's talk about the Brexit stuff. So nearly 50 European leaders on Thursday will descend to Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire, England for a one-day session of the European political community. It'll be the big moment for new UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who is looking to amend the post-Brexit relationship with the European Union. So defense and security discussions are on the menu, but trade is also in focus, especially as these parties attempt to build closer cooperation on shared issues. So our government is committed to resetting the relationship with the European Union to strengthen ties, reinforce our security, and tackle barriers to trade, said Nick Thomas-Symonds, Minister of the Constitution and European Union Relations. The EU and member states are among the UK's closest friends and allies. With war in Europe and shared global challenges in areas such as climate change and illegal migration, a strong UK-EU alliance is vital. So we've seen that there has been ripple effects, and a lot of people talking about the EU closing into a recession along with the U.S., which is something that I think a lot of analysts are kind of looking for towards 2025. So this becomes at a perfect time just for that. Labour under Starmer has ruled out rejoining the EU single market or customs union, though it will seek to improve the bilateral relationship with renegotiations. Post-economic Brexit complaints have been seen across many sectors, ranging from agriculture and creative industries to manufacturing and just-in-time supply chains. So there are additional paperwork and applications that need to manage multiple sets of quality standards and VAT payments, as well as divergence in regulatory framework that has impacted investment. So the European Union has been more cautious about potential changes, maintaining that it would work within exiting agreements that are the cornerstone of the EU-Britain relations. As expressed previously, the bloc doesn't want the UK to have all the upside of being a part of the EU without the membership that comes with it. That will make cherry-picking terms a lot harder, and with large-scale renegotiations off the table, British